Hello, children. Very pleasant morning to you all. Welcome back to your English class. Children, in our previous poem, that is just to be up and doing, okay, we have learned something important thing, okay, the moral value, or what we say, the most important trait that we have to follow in our life, right? That is that whatever the obstacles or problems what we face in our life, okay, we have to just face it. It's not that we have to sit and cry over the problem, right? That is what the life is all about. Every children, every successful person, if you see the story behind their success story, you will know all the type of problems that they must have faced. And these people, they haven't looked back, they haven't sat idle or cried over the problem. They have just faced it, found the solution for whatever the problem they had, and they have kept moving forward to reach their goal. So I just want to say you that whatever the goal you have opted, okay, you should be determined. You should be like, whatsoever it happens, I'm not going to leave whatever I mean. I'm just want to leave, reach that ambition or goal, whatever you have opted for, right? That is what life teaches us all about. See, if, apart from the children, we have seen many people like see, if I take an example of, just look at us, just look at you people, you are all fit and fine, right? Just think about those people, children, who are blind, who are deaf, who are not having a hand, who are not having legs, okay, who have one or the other problem, right? And some people will be medicines, will be abnormal, means their mental strength will be not that good as ours is, right? So we have seen even such kind of people also, and there are many such personalities who have faced, who have what do you call, been in such a like condition, and they have succeeded in one or the other way. There are many things like Kevin Saunders, then what I call Hilary Bates is there, like Sudha Chandran, Helen Keller. These all personalities, right? They are like really, even Thomas Alva Edison, Einstein. Okay, these all Beethoven. These all people, even they had one or the other problem. Like one was deaf and blind, right? And Kevin Saunders, he was fit and fine person, okay, but in an elevator's explosion, he had lost its what do you call, the spinal cord, this one. So he was not able to stand properly, but now he was like what do you call, wheelchair athlete. So in one or the other way, they have succeeded their life. They have just looked forward, okay, they have just tried to reach their goal, whatever they had opted for. They did not think that, my God, I have met with an accident, now I can't do anything. Why to go here and there? Let us take our India, one of our Indian lady, that is my Natya Mayuri, that is Sudha Chandran, okay. Actually, she was a brilliant dancer, Bharatanatyam dancer, okay. Now also she is there. You might have seen her in many what do you call, serials and all, right? Uh, she was and she met with an accident and she lost her leg, and her leg had developed a gangrene, and the doctor has had to cut the leg. And now, being a dancer, we all know that for a dancer, what is the most important, that is leg, right? And she had lost the main part which was needed for her career. And she was not like sitting idle, okay. She just got it, what do you call, operated. She had gone with what do you call, Jaipur foot, and again she came back to the field and she danced on that, what do you call, artificial leg what she was okay wearing. You can see this picture, okay, let's check out, see that one leg is normal and the other one is the what do you call, the artificial leg, okay. So even people, they go for athletes, they go for dancing, whatsoever, okay, with the help of these, means they have found the way, one or the other way, right? They have found some solution for whatever the problems they were facing, and they had come out of that. So we call these kind of people as physically challenged, okay, or disabled people whatsoever. So children, I just want to tell you that people, even these people will have a kind of Olympics also, games will be conducted for these kind of people also. And they have a separate what do you call, Olympic games are there, so it's called as a special Olympics actually, right? So I just want to tell you about that. See, you can just check out, see what these, this all kind of people, okay. See, both the legs, see, he doesn't have, right? one or the other way, legs are not there, hands are not there, and either the person will be blind or deaf whatsoever. Okay, so these kind of people, we call them as a disability, or disabled people, right? So life is not being kind to everyone. There are people that who are born with certain disabilities. Maybe children, some are what you call disabled right from their birth, or some may after growing up they might have met with an accidents and all, and they had to face such problems. Okay, so but also they had never sat idle. They had just looked forward to become a successful person in their life, right? You know, Hillary Bates, actually she was blind and deaf, and she was a famous businesswoman. Okay, so in that way, one or the other way, they have found their life and they have come forward. So we tell them as a differently abled, or because they have some one or the other kind of abilities, right? In that way we call them as disabled people. Okay, so even you may also be knowing some personalities. Maybe you might have read in some magazines or newspapers and all, such kind of personalities. Even you may be having a list of people who are disabled and they have become success in their life, of course, right, children? Okay, now children, see in the page number 67. Okay, they have given the personalities, and even these people which you see in the box, the blue box. Okay, even these all were disabled, right? But they have been success in one or the other way. Okay, they have found their way and they have become successful in their life also. So they have given what you call the small description about the personalities, and we have to write that who was that person. Okay, I'll just help you out. You can write down the answer over there. Okay, see, a scientist who can't speak and is restricted to the wheelchair but has given amazing theories to the world. Okay, children, say this personality to whom, about whom I'm talking, right? He can't speak. He can't even like lift his hand properly, but he speaks only with the help of eyebrows. I hope you all know what is an eyebrow, right? With the help of eyebrows, he just indicates the people. He tell the people, and the people will help out him. So he's a famous physicist, scientist. Okay, so and he has given many amazing theories and all. So it is none other than Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking, Stephen Hawking. And next comes a German music composer who was born deaf but created beautiful composition. I had told you already, okay, about him in when I was giving introduction. So is Ludwig van Beethoven. Ludwigvan, Beethoven, Beethoven, Beethoven. Next one, the US president who suffered from polio. I hope most of you know what is a polio, children. Polio means when usually we all know that when you are born, okay, child is born, vaccination is being given. If you don't know, you can ask your parents. Okay, even when you were a kid, a small child, you were even given an injection or a vaccination. Okay, for just because not to you not should not be attacked by this polio. So when you are attacked by the polio, either your hands or your leg will lose the strength. Okay, and you may not be able to walk properly, or use your hands in a proper way. Okay, or you will become one or the other way disabled. So if you are attacked with the polio, so that's the reason that polio vaccination has to be given for each and every child when they are born, right? So it was the president was Franklin D. Roosevelt. Then comes a classical dancer who has lost her leg in a car accident but continued dancing with an artificial leg. Even I told about this personality. She is Sudha Chandran. Okay, next one. A blind genius who developed a braille for visually challenged people to enable them to read. She was also what do you call blind, and she created this script. Okay, braille script, what we call, they touch it and they can read the book and all. So it is Louis Braille. Then comes a dynamic cricketer who suffers from diabetes but never let it affect his performance. So he is Wasim Akram. Okay, so see all the people, the six members which you have got in the list. Even see, each and everyone has one or the other issues, right? They were disabled in one or the other way, but they have become successful in their life, right, children? So I just want to tell you from this that it doesn't mean that whether you are weak in your strength or weak with your body and all. It is all up to your mind, how much you are determined, right? That is the main thing. It matters a lot. It is not your strength, it is not about your background, it is not about your personality, it is not about your what you call whatsoever the weakness it is. Okay, it is just all about your mindset, how much strong willed you are. Okay, whatever the goal you have chosen, okay, in what way you have chosen it. Okay, how you means how much importance do you give to the goal which you have opted. That matters a lot. That determination, if it is there, nothing can stop you to become successful children, and I'm sure for that. Okay, so children, in the same way, now we have a small story about a girl who was attacked by the polio. Okay, she was a polio attacker, and she was a swimmer. I hope you know whom we call a swimmer, right? Even we do know that swimming competitions also will be there. It's like a running race how we have on the track. In the same way, in the swimming pools and all, or in the pools and all, they will be having swimming race, right? So obviously, children, being a polio attack and being a swimmer, it's a really a difficult part. But she had done many what do you call success. What do you call? We had attempted many competitions, I can say. Okay, and she has become successful in that. So it's a small story about the Janaki. So before the children, we have in this lesson we come across many new words. Okay, but let us just have a glance on these words. Okay, so let us just have a glance first, and then I will read it for you. Okay, yes, you can just check out. So you're nervous. Most of us we know about this, right? Nervous means worried or anxious. So whenever you are on the stage, if you feel so scared, it means you become nervous, right? Then comes officials. Officials means pertaining to an office or a public trust. Some trust and all will be there. Okay, it's called officials. Participate means every one of us know to take part in the event or whatsoever the competition, right? Then comes channel. Here, channel is something you should know, children, because this word is we come across in the lesson many times. Okay, see, a narrow body of water between two land masses. So why I'm telling this, because I had told you in advance that here Janaki is a girl who is going to participate in a swimming competition, right? So it's a narrow body. Narrow means it's not so big, what do you call, wide. Okay, it's narrow means very short passage. It is like body of water between two land masses. On the other both the side, land will be there, and in between the very small place will be there where body water will be flowing. Okay, so I just want to tell you, because I can't tell each and every time, I can't tell in between the lesson. Okay, you just have to know what is the meaning of channel here. Okay, next is confident, self assured. Okay, very sure. Confidence, we all know, right? You should be self confidence, we say always, right? Then comes qualify. Qualify means like to certify. You qualify in your exam, you qualify in the competitions. Qualify means you become successful in that, you certify for that particular competition. Okay, to certify here. Beaming, children, always this word beaming is used with the sun rays, right? But here this beaming, I should say that a smiling face. Obviously, right, children, whenever you smile like we say na, a sunshine reflects on your face. So smiling, beaming means smiling. Solo means without a companion. Solo means alone. Okay, solo, we all have many competitions. Okay, where we have a group competition and a solo competition, right? Solo is something that alone you take part, whereas in a group you take part with a group. Okay, but with 2 or 3 members or 4 or 5 members and all. So solo is something where you participate alone. Then attempt means to attend or to try for whatever the competition you are going to do. Then comes accompany. Accompany means a partner. Okay, a partner. Okay, he's called as accompany. Fulfill means to satisfy. Okay, to fulfill your, to satisfy something. And ambition is nothing but a goal. Yes, next is, then comes hardly. Hardly means very rarely. Means hardly you do the particular work, hardly you go to swimming pool, hardly you go to what you call library. Hardly means very rarely, very less you go to the particular place. Then comes determination, resolution, what we call. Okay, determination, okay, that you promise that I want to become, it is called as determination. Uncontrollably. Uncontrollably means out of control. There is no control at all, because we can say that it's called uncontrollably. Then comes concentrate. Concentrate means to focus. Okay, to focus on something. realize means to recognize or become fully aware of something. To recognize or realize, we say. See weeds. Children, weeds, obviously we have seen in the what you call field. What you say here, hola, right? There all even we find some weeds and all, which will affect the growth of the other plants and all. They are like a poison plants and all. In the same way, seaweeds means which grow in the seas. Sea, I hope you all know what is a sea, right? Samudra, what we say. Okay, sea. So large is like we can say large algae grown of a growing sea or on rocks below the higher water mark. Okay, so they are called seaweeds. Then comes achievement. Achievement means gaining something or winning, we can say achievement. Then comes uncomfortable. Uncomfortable means unbearable or intolerance, which you don't like. So I just want to then comes self-reliance. Self-reliance means, children, independent. You believe on yourself. Self-reliance, you rely on yourself. The capacity to rely on one's own capabilities means you trust yourself. You believe in yourself that yes, I can do this. It is called as self-reliance. Okay, then comes obstacles. Obstacles means the hurdles, we can say, or the problems, what I was telling you. Okay, these are called as obstacles. Obstacles means hurdles or like barrier or snag or hindrance, whatsoever we can say, right? So this is the meaning of obstacle. So see, there are many words which you come across this lesson, children. So be alert when you are listening to the lesson, okay? Because already I told you the meaning, and so I may not be using again and again the what do you call the meaning of the story of the words, okay? So as usual, first I will go with the reading session, okay? Then I will explain you the story, okay? While most of you may understand while I'll be reading the lesson. So I just want you to keep your book in front of you and listen to the words how I read, okay? So here we go. So first let us read the lesson, okay? Then afterwards I will explain it. Shall we start, children? Yes. I hope you are all having your textbook with you. Yes, here we start. The fearless fighter. Fearless means one who is not at all scared. Okay, she is not afraid. A fearless fighter, we can say, right? Yes, the story is all about Janaki here. Janaki felt her mouth going dry. She tried not to look nervous as she faced the officials of the England Channel Swimming Association. How could she swim the channel? Was a question that every member wanted to ask. They were shocked to see a physically challenged girl who had come all the way from India to England to participate in an event where she would need all her strength. And how could she achieve it being a polio patient? Janaki had been attacked by polio when she was 2 years old. As a result, her leg muscles had become so weak that she could not use her legs at all. Whoever wishes to swim the channel has to fulfill two conditions. One of the members tried to explain to Janaki. Yes, said a confident Janaki. I have been informed that if I wish to participate in this event, I should be able to spend 10 hours continuously in the water, and that I should be able to swim in the high sea for long hours without a break. Do you think you can qualify for the event? Said the another member. Here are my certificates, Janaki said, handing over the certificates she had earned during 4 years of training. I trained myself by swimming 20 kilometers upstream every day for 3 weeks in the Arabian Sea. That's a lot of courage, said one of the association member. That's not all, Janaki smiled. My certificates will also show you that I can swim for 10 hours continuously. All the officials of English Channel Association of the were impressed. Finally, they had to give her the permission to swim. Well, congratulations, Janaki, you can swim the channel. Thank you, said a beaming Janaki. Although Janaki had wanted to make a solo attempt, she could not do so because the special boat needed to accompany her for her safety was not available. So it was decided that she would be a part of a relay team that had mainly American swimmers. July 28, 1992 arrived. It was a day that created history. For Janaki, it was a day to fulfill her life's ambition, her ambition to swim the English Channel. Janaki could hardly breathe because of excitement. The ocean seemed more challenging than ever before. but nothing could shake Janaki's determination to win. Her heart was beating uncontrollably. She could see her teammates swimming closer towards her. Within seconds, it would be her turn to swim. What if my determination fails? What if I can't swim? Janaki put aside these thoughts and tried to concentrate on the event. Before she realized Janaki was swimming in the channel. She could hardly believe it, but she had a tough fight ahead. Most of her energy was taken up by the waves that kept moving her legs sideways and the channel water that was very cold. The water was so salty that every time it entered my mouth, it made me feel sick, recalled Janaki. The seaweeds and the jellyfish kept sticking to my body and made me extremely uncomfortable. But all the problems in the sea were forgotten as she swam to victory. A strange sense of fulfillment and an undying spirit of achievement had overtaken all the difficulties. Janaki's swim for 2 hours and a half in a channel had given the world an outstanding example of courage and determination. Janaki later remarked, one can overcome all the obstacles by hard work, determination, courage, and self reliance. So did she, fought against her limitations and won the battle. So I hope most of you must have understood at 25%. Okay. So I'll just try to explain this. Listen. Okay. So here we already, so in the beginning it is clear that it was a competition. Okay, where you had to participate in an English channel. Okay, and this event is in England. It is not in India, right? And this girl Janaki has gone all the way from India to England to participate in this event. It's like a very big dream for her. Okay. So here Janaki felt her mouth going dry. So why this word sentence has told children? See, whenever usually right, whenever you are on the stage, whenever you feel nervous, you feel thirst, it means dry. Okay, your mouth will means you feel without saliva. It will be completely dry. So the same thing she was having that sense, right? Her mouth went dry. She tried not to look nervous, but she did not want to show to the what do you call the association members who were sitting for interview there. She do not want to show her face with nervous. Okay, so she did not want to show face officials that she is nervous. She wanted to just show that she was very confident. So in that way, she had kept her face with a confident face as she faced the officials of the English Channel Swimming Association. So you can see that there are 3 members, okay, sitting over there. So if she has to swim in this channel, she has to pass the interview which she was going there. Okay, she has to talk to them. If they agree, if they feel that okay, she has all that qualifying certificates and all, then they'll allow her to swimming the channel. Okay, so that was the condition there. Then as soon as she entered the room, everyone like they looked at each other because she was handicapped. She was polio attacked. Okay? You can see there in the picture, right? So how could she swim the channel? It was a question that every member wanted to ask. They were like, how can she swim, yeah? Because her legs are not there. How can she swim? That was a question that everyone they had in their mind. Then they were shocked to see a physically challenged girl who had come all the way from India to England to participate in an event where she could need all her strength. And how could she achieve it being a polio patient? So, this was the question. Being a polio patient, how can she attend such kind of events? It's a very big competition. It's not a small competition, right? A very big competition. That was the question. Janaki had been attacked by polio when she was 2 years old. As a result, her leg muscles had become so weak that she could not use her legs at all. Whoever wishes to swim the channel has to fulfill 2 conditions. So there was 2 conditions that if a person has to swim in this English channel, 2 conditions were there. Okay, what were those? So one was that the person who is going to participate in the event, they should be able to spend at least 10 hours in the water. Children, just imagine 10 hours in the water. Just imagine, just go to your tap water and just keep your your palm, okay, under the water for at least 10 to 20 minutes and just take out of the water. Okay, what happens to your fingers? You can see that a kind of foldings, right, on your skin, right, after when you are in the water. Just for 10 minutes I told, okay, and just think about how many hours? 10 hours in the water. Just think about that. It is a very difficult task. Okay, one was that condition, and the second condition was that what do you call? They had to spend. I have to. And even they should be able to swim in a high sea. Sea children, swimming in a river is different, whereas swimming in a sea is very difficult part, because in the sea we know that waves, they keep on coming, which is will be very heavy. Okay, we can't even stand. If you had been to sea and all, you must be knowing that how the wave actually pushes us out of the that sea, right? It takes out we get us with the wave itself, right? But just think that swimming in such a condition, don't you think it is a very difficult task? Yes, of course, right? So these two things were the condition that one has to have, right? So as said, Janaki was already knowing about this. She said, yes. She said, I have been informed that if I wish to participate in this event, I should be able to spend 10 hours continuously in the water, and that I should be able to swim in the high sea. High sea, children, where the force will be from upside and you have to face against that force. Okay, that's called as a high sea, what we say. For long hours without a break, not even taking a break at all. Then the association member, they asked, when you know the condition, do you think you will be qualifying for this? Do you think you will be able to do this? That was a question one of the member he asked. Then she calmly, she took out all the certificates which she has brought. She gave it to her. Here are my certificates, Janaki said, handing over to the certificates she had earned during her 4 years of training. So when she was training also, from 4 years she has taken many certificates from here competition, there competition, many certificates were there. Okay. So she said, I trained myself by swimming 20 kilometers upstream every day for 3 weeks in the Arabian Sea. So she said, I had practiced in Arabian Sea, and I have been swimming for 20 kilometers every day for 3 weeks. Then one of the members said, wow, that's really a lot of courage. So one was very impressed by this when she said this. And she said, not only that, Janaki smiled. My certificates will also show you that I can swim for 10 hours continuously. Even she had a certificate where she had swam for 10 hours also. Okay, even then all the officials, all the 3 members, they were impressed. They were really very happy for when they heard that, yes, this girl, though she was attacked by polio, she can swim for 10 hours. Then they did not speak anything. They just said, yes, you are capable. You are qualified to swim in this channel. So then they said, well, congratulations, Janaki, you can swim the channel. This was the only word that they uttered. Okay. Then, thank you, said the beaming Janaki. I said you beaming, right? She was smiling. The face had a big smile because she was selected to participate in the channel, right? Thank you, said beaming Janaki. Although Janaki had wanted to make a solo attempt, but one thing she had to face here was always, every time she has done solo. I told you in the beginning only solo means alone, okay? But here she had to participate in a group. Children, I just want to take the example of our school event, okay, of the running race, okay. See, running race are like individual running race also will be there, and relay also will be there. I don't know how many of you know what is a relay. See, in the solo attempt or running race, only you are the only person that you are running, okay. But in the relay, what happens? 4 members will be there in a group, okay, and they will be giving a pipe in your hand. It will be a track, okay. So you have to run faster, and you have to give the next person that pipe, and after that only that person will run to the next point, okay. So the same thing happened. The next person also will give the third person this pipe, and he will run and give it for the fourth one, and the fourth one will end up the relay or the running race, okay. It's also running race itself, but we call it as a relay. So that is what is called as a relay. In the same way, here also she had to participate in a relay competition where she has to participate with the American swimmers. So it was not a solo performance, okay. And the main thing why they did not want to go her for the solo, because they were not having that boat. Special boats will be there, right? If anything happens to her in between, some safety will be there, right? So that boat they were not having. For that reason, they had told her to be with the group, just participate in the relay, like a group competition there. So she both needed to accompany her, for safety was not available. So it was decided that she would be part of a relay team, okay, and had main American swimmers there. So the day came, it was on July 28th, 1992. Okay, children, it's a real story, it's not a fake one. Okay, July 28th, 1992 arrived. It was a day that created history. For Janaki, it was a day to fulfill her life's ambition. Of course, right? It was her dream, her ambition, her goal, we can say. She was just waiting for that day, right? So, her ambition to swim the English Channel. Janaki could hardly breathe because of excitement. She was so much excited that she was unable to breathe properly. Hardly, I said no. The meaning is very very rare because she was not able to breathe properly. The ocean seemed more challenging. She had faced many seas and all, but that day it was very challenging for her. It was really, really challenging for her. But nothing would shake Janaki's determination then. But her determination was much more stronger than her, what you call, all this challenging whatsoever it was, right? Her heart was beating uncontrollably. I told you, right? There was no control for her heartbeat. It was beating so fast. She could see her teammates swimming closer towards her. So I told you, na children, here in a relay, what happens usually one after the other will swim. Okay, if the one person will come back, then the next one will swim. Okay, so it is what actually, and she was seeing that it was her next turn, and the third person was coming back to her, and next she was the person who has to jump, and here she has to start the swimming there. And what? Like she was having a lot of questions like, if I fail, what happens? If I will not be able to swim, what then? These all things were going in her mind, but she thought that why I am thinking all negative things. Let me concentrate on the competition. I am sure, damn sure that I am going to win. This was the only thing that she put herself, and she did not know that when she jumped and when her competition, her swimming had started. She never did not knew also. Before she realized Janaki was swimming in the channel, she could hardly believe it. But she had a tough fight ahead. But it was really difficult competition, children, because it was what most of her energy have was taken up by the waves. What means we all know, right? Whenever you are swimming, that you need lot of energy. If you play for a while in the water also, you feel so tired, right? After coming back to home, you just go to bed and you sleep off. Okay, but here, see, it's a competition, right? And the waves were hitting her like anything, and her most of her energy was lost, right? She was not having that energy also within herself. It was really very difficult for her. Most of her energy was taken up by the waves that kept moving her legs sideways, and the channel water was very cold. Wow! And the second thing was the water was so very cold. It was this also a kind of difficult, right, children? And as it was a sea water, obviously it will be salty, right? Salty water, and every now and then the water was going into her mouth, obviously, right? See, even we, whenever we drink a bit of salt more, we feel like vomiting. Okay, just think about this, water itself is entering her mouth, which is very salty. What kind of, like, just think about what kind of problems she might have faced. She felt like sick. Okay, recall Janaki. The seaweeds, and I said, right, about the seaweeds and the jellyfish, even they were sticking on her body, which obviously, right? See, whenever sticks, like such kind of things sticks, we feel so irritated. We just want to just push it away from the body. But she is in the competition. She can't just wait and just push it all away. Okay, she has to concentrate on the competition. Even they were also the seaweeds and jellyfish also was making her very, what you call, irritating and all, and uncomfortable. So, but all the problems in the sea were forgotten as she swam to the victory. Victory means, what do you call, the win, right? She won it. A strange sense of fulfillment and an undying spirit of achievement had overtaken all the difficulties. So, see, these are all jellyfish sticking to the body, seaweeds, the cold water, everything was gone away because she had only one thing in her mind, that is, I have to compete the people and I have to get first there, right? That was the only determination or she had put into herself, and she just moved front and she was successful in this competition. And our Janaki's swim for 2 hours and a half in the channel had given the world an outstanding example of courage and determination, right? Then afterwards, she said that, see, one can overcome all the obstacles. It was told by this girl, right? See, one can. One means any one of you. Okay? Any one of you can overcome all the obstacles. Means I have told you, right? Like hindrance, problems, hurdles, we say, right? by hard work. These four things keep in your mind, children. It is for you people also. It is not only for the people who are swimming, it is for each and every person, right? The four things are hard work, it's very important, determination, then comes courage and self reliance. I told you, right? You have to believe in yourself. Courage you should be, and you should be determined. Okay, and the one more is hard work. Okay, these four things, if it is there within you, you can reach wherever you want to be in your life. Am I right, children? That is what you can learn from this story. It's not a fake story, children. It's damn a real story. Okay. So did she fought against her limitations and won the battle, right? It was her winning story and happy ending, we can say, right? So let us just have a glance on this small activity, and the question answers I'll send you through PDF. Okay. See, on the basis of your reading of the passage, take the correct answer. Janaki practiced swimming 20 kilometers every day. Where? Yes, in the Arabian Sea. Janaki swam in the channel for in this channel. Okay, what she could to complete it was 2.5, right? 2 hours and half. The channel officials were shocked to see Janaki because she was a handicapped girl, right? While swimming to the in the channel, Janaki faced a lot of difficulties. They were due to all, okay, cold and salty water, seaweeds and jelly. So both above we can say, right? Next you say true and false. Janaki was not allowed to make a solo attempt in the channel. True. Okay, the reason also was given there. Janaki's teammates were Indians. No, right? It was false. They were Americans. Janaki did not need much training to fulfill the conditions of the English Channel Swimming Association. Yes, that is true. The officials of the English Channel Association were not much impressed with Janaki's confidence. It is false. They were much impressed, right? Janaki's ambition was to swim alone in the English Channel. No, it's false, right? She wanted to participate with everyone. All the difficulties Janaki faced while swimming in the channel were forgotten as he swam to the victory. Yes, true it is. Janaki believed in luck and did not want to work hard. False. She worked hard, right? She had practice. She had given a good, what you call, hard work and all that. Much she got this sweet, the fruit, what we say, right? So, children, a very important thing that you have to learn from this story, I should say, whatever it should see her, just imagine, children, she was a polio attacker, and she had succeeded in such a difficult competition. And children, you are have blessed with good health. Okay, so even you can do much better in your studies or whatsoever you have opted for. Okay, so I hope that you will learn something from this and you will also apply it in your own life. Thank you, children.